Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here in my living room because my daughter's sleeping in my room and my son is napping in his room. So this is where I'm filming today. I hope that's okay. I saw this video and I thought it'd be so fun to film. This girl did like how she knew she was pregnant with a boy versus girl. And since I have had both, I thought I would do the same thing. So I'm just gonna Google on my phone like the old wives' tales and go through them because a lot of them have been opposite for me. So I'm also gonna keep like a little tally of what was boy versus girl, like what would have won with my son to see if it was right versus what would have won with my daughter, and then this time because I'm having a girl and both times have been like identical. So I thought it'd be a super fun video to film. I'm really excited because like I said, none of my signs and symptoms were ever like spot on from what I can remember. And so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and pull up some wives' tales and see if they would have guessed correctly, like when I was having a boy versus girl. Okay, so the first one is sweet versus salty cravings. Sweet is girl and salty is boy. So with all my pregnancies, I haven't really like had any strong cravings. If anything, I'd say they were more sweet with all three. So I guess I'll go with sweet if I had to pick, but I've never had like these intense cravings like I have to have it right now, like throughout like the whole 9 months of my pregnancy or anything. But because I'm kind of keeping tally, I will check it off for sweet. Morning sickness. So it says if you have excessive nausea or like severe morning sickness, it's a girl. And if you have like nothing, it's a boy. So that was the only thing that like old wives' tale wise was kind of true with both of mine. I was more sick with my daughter and this pregnancy than I was with my son. I was nauseous with him, but I never like wanted to throw up. Even this pregnancy, even though I'm having another girl, I never got sick like I did with my first daughter. With her, I was like sick and nauseous. Like it was terrible. And then my son, I had like some nausea, like some days were bad, but this pregnancy was worse. So for my son, I'm gonna mark it down as a boy tally because I wasn't as sick. And then for my girls, I guess I was more nauseous. So I'm gonna mark that for a girl. Okay, pregnancy glow or no. If your complexion is bright and your hair is nice, like you're having a boy. If you're breaking out, it means you're having a girl. So this one is where it gets like really kind of tricky for me. With my daughter, my skin was beautiful, my hair was beautiful. Like I got so many compliments on my skin. I didn't even have to wear like foundation or anything like that. I loved how my skin looked my entire pregnancy. With my son, I had terrible skin. And then this time I've had even worse skin. Like even my mom, who she didn't mean it mean, but I went over to her house because my skin was like itchy and blotchy and I just wanted to see if she had anything or like any idea what I could do for it. And she was like, yeah, I've really noticed like your skin looks so irritated. Sorry. Your skin looks so irritated. So yeah, even my mom noticed that this pregnancy, I just have had like pimples and really bad texture if I'm not wearing makeup. Not that I'm uncomfortable, but I don't like feel my prettiest if I'm being honest. Same, I had that with my son. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark a girl for when I was pregnant with my son. That would have been a girl tally. And then I don't know what to put for the girls. I guess I'll go off this pregnancy. So this pregnancy, I've had terrible skin. So I guess that is true for girl. This time it's making a lot more sense than my daughter. I remember doing this with my daughter and like none of them added up. But this time, I don't know, maybe I just read into them wrong or something. But yeah, my skin has been terrible this time around. Partner's weight gain. Oh, I haven't heard this one. So if your partner's gaining weight, it could be saying you're carrying a girl. And then I guess if they're not, that you're carrying a boy. Both times, I don't want to say my husband has like gained weight because he's always like a set weight. But like if I want something, he'll definitely eat it with me. So I guess I'd put boy for both of those because he hasn't gained weight. He hasn't lost weight or anything either, but he hasn't like gained weight. So I'm going to tally boy for both of those. Okay, this was the other one that people always got wrong. Like they'd be like, oh, you're definitely having a girl, you're definitely having a boy. And it has been opposite for both when I was carrying Tucker versus both my girls. And it's if you're feeling more moody. So it says if you're feeling like moody and crabby, it's a girl. If you're happy and like joyous, it's a boy. And that could not be further from the truth for me. So with my daughters, both times, like this pregnancy too, I have been in the best mood. I don't even feel pregnant besides like aches and pains sometimes. I feel like normal towards my husband. I don't get aggravated a lot. And then when I was pregnant with my son, I was so moody. Like everyone pissed me off. I remember even like having to really take time to like mentally prepare to be around my daughter some days because I'm like, I don't want her to, you know, feel that I'm crabby or anything, but just every little thing would tick me off. And it was just like the whole 9 months. I remember I was just so miserable, and I knew I was miserable, but I couldn't help it. Like, I was just in such a bad mood, like to everyone, like my husband. I mean, like I said, I really had to try not to be crabby with Blake, but friends, family, like every little thing upset me or aggravated me. I was very vocal. So yeah, that was opposite. I was way more moody with my son than I have been this pregnancy, and again with my daughter Blake. Both times with the girls, I've been like happy and joyous and fine, like the best mood I've probably ever been in. Okay, carrying high versus carrying low. So again, this is a little off because my daughter, the first time around, I heard both things. Like some people would be like, oh, you're carrying low. Other people would say, oh, you're carrying so high, it's definitely a girl. Looking back at pictures, I would say I was carrying a lot higher. I wasn't carrying as high as I've seen some people, but I also was not carrying low. And I did get more so like, oh, you're carrying high then low, even though I still got those lows in there. So I'm gonna kind of just forget about her and go off this pregnancy where I'm having a girl. And this time I'm carrying very low. Now that is like around 14 or 16 weeks. I remember my doctor told me like, you're gonna carry low. She is way down there. And because you've had pregnancy so close together and breastfed in between, you know, the times you're not pregnant, you just have so much relaxin that you're gonna carry low. You're gonna have like pelvic pain. She kind of warned me about all this stuff. So I knew going into it, I was probably gonna carry low, but everyone else who goes off like wives' tales would be like, oh, you're having a boy. And I'm like, no, it's a girl, you know, and I'm sure it's just gonna get worse. So with my son, I guess I carried more so low with him as well. Looking back at pictures, everyone said I was just like, oh, cute little ball, but I was huge with him. Like that was the biggest out of all 3 pregnancies I've gotten. This time, I mean, maybe I'll swell up like that too towards the end, but with him, I'm gonna go ahead and put low because if I had to pick, I would pick low, but him, he was pretty much in the middle. So for boy and girl, I'm gonna mark it as a boy because it was lower than high, I guess. Okay, heart rate. Okay, heart rate. This is a big one that people swear by. It says if your heart rate is faster than 140 per minute, it's a girl. All 3 of mine have had very fast heartbeats. My first daughter was like in the 150s, 160s the whole time. This baby girl has been around like a few times she's been around 140, like high 130s, but other than that, she's around 150. And then same with my son. He was always like 145, 150. So I'm gonna go ahead and check girl for boy and girl for that wives' tale. Okay, so the Chinese gender chart, this is another one that people swear by. With my daughter, it actually was correct, but I never ended up checking with my son, and I haven't checked this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up and see so I can go ahead and figure out if it was true or not. Okay, so the month of conception, let me see. Okay, so with my son, I conceived in September. And my age at conception, how old was I? 26. Oh no, it says girl, so that would have been wrong with him. And then this time, okay, this could go both ways because I don't know if I conceived at the end of March or the beginning of April. So I don't know, shoot. It's a tie. It literally, March would have been boy and girl would have been April. So, oh, that one kind of stinks because I don't know when I conceived. We think it was the very end of March, so I'm gonna go with boy. So that would have been wrong this time too. So all 3. Oh, I guess my first daughter was right, but the other times it has been wrong. Okay, blood pressure before you conceived. I know my blood pressure, so let's read this one. A study found that a woman's blood pressure is 26 weeks. Wait. Okay, so it says, this is kind of what I'm getting. It's a little confusing, but if your blood pressure increases, you're having a boy, and I'm assuming if it stays the same, or decreases, you're having a girl. All 3 of my blood pressure, knock on wood, because I'd rather be low than high, has stayed the same or gone down with all 3 pregnancies. So I'm gonna put a girl for that one. Okay, the Ramsey method, if I'm saying that correct, that's like where the baby attaches, and they say if it's left, I think it's left is a boy and right is a girl. All of mine have been on the right side, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark girl for that one on both Tucker and my daughter. Okay, so this is the last one we're gonna do because the rest I didn't do with my son, or I haven't done this pregnancy and they're a little like out there. I'm not gonna have time to do it, and I don't think anything has changed. Like some of them talk about like feet or growth in certain areas, and I haven't like had like the weird thing with like my feet have grown or anything with any 3 of my pregnancies. So I'm just gonna kind of go over that, but I am gonna do this one, and it is the Linea Niagara, the line down your belly, however you say that. I could never say that in school either. But it's like if you get that dark line down your belly, which most women get that, and then like your belly button will pop. Weird, I have never had the line and my belly button has never popped. Like it's gotten close where I have an innie where it's starting to get just like flat, but it's never fully popped. So it says if the line continues above your belly button, you're having a boy. If it finishes below your belly button, you're having a girl. And I didn't have it with either one. So I'm gonna go ahead and again mark that as a girl, because a boy, it says that it'd be stronger. I didn't have that, so we'll go ahead and mark that as a girl. Okay, so looking at the results, I would have guessed girl for my son and my daughter actually, so I guess some of them were spot on. For my son, I had 8 for a girl and 3 for boy, so definitely had way more girl signs with him, if anything. And then with my daughter, I had 7 girl and 4 for boy. So I actually had more boy signs with my girls than when I was actually pregnant with my son. But either way, both times it showed to be girl, so I guess this time it's true. With my son, it would have been completely off. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Like I said, I thought it'd be super fun, especially if you're pregnant and you don't know the gender. You can kind of like go through these with me, and there's tons more too. You can Google. I just hadn't gone that into depth with all of them, and I didn't want to kind of like forget or guess the wrong thing. So yeah, you can kind of go through and see if what your signs are and see if it ends up being right. I mean, I don't really think any of them are spot on or accurate. It's kind of just like a 50-50 shot, but it's still fun to like go through them before you truly know the gender. But yeah, if you like this video, it would help me out so much if you could like it, like hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. And then also if you just want to leave me a comment down below, kind of telling me what you want to see for my channel. It could be anything like motherhood, pregnancy, cleaning, decluttering, like what my kids eat in a day, what I eat in a day, anything like of that sort. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 2 and I'm pregnant, so yeah, I just wasn't sure what exactly you guys want to see. So if you just want to leave me a comment down below, that would help me out so much. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.